thrilled at the way our team played. We knew we were going to have to play, really good, and our guys did. Coaches put together great plans, and players really executed them. So really thrilled about the way our team has played all season long, especially particularly the last half of the season, last 2 weeks, and last night. It hasn't quite even been 24 hours, but had a glorious night last night. Just awesome to watch our team compete. And we flew back to Ann Arbor today and stopped by Schembecker Hall, got a meal, and we're able to see that we'd be going to the Orange Bowl to play Georgia, and everybody's super excited.
Thanks, Coach. We will now open it up for questions from the media. To ask a question, click on the raise hand function on your Zoom screen. Once called upon, please unmute yourself, state your name and your affiliation before asking your question. Let's see. Up first, we've got Isaiah Holt.
Hey, Jim, Isaiah Holt from Wolverines Wire. Just have you gotten a chance at all to take a look at what Georgia does, and if not, what are your general impressions about the Bulldogs?
Yeah, so have watched them. Have watched them throughout the year. General impressions are rugged. It's a rugged, tough squad. Play extremely well on all sides of the ball and special teams. They're going to be really, really excited to dig into it and study them. But yeah, that's the word that came to my mind.
A reminder for media, if you're looking to ask a question for Coach Harbaugh, please use the raise hand function on your Zoom screen. I currently don't see any hands raised. I know there's more questions. There we go. Angelique.
Jim, Angelique Shingelis from the Detroit News. A lot of your players today said they really believed that Michigan would be the number one. Was that your impression after last night?
What didn't I didn't get that impression from the team. That they, that anybody really thought that. I mean, could be the. I'd be interested to see how you pose that question. Did they think they how'd you pose the question? But
I don't know. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't remember how exactly it was asked, but after the game, someone asked Blake Corum, and he said, I don't know, 42-3. What do you think?
Yeah. The facts are, you got to win 2 games to be the national champion. And, my thoughts, and from what I could tell from all the players, it didn't make any difference, what seed we were. Even had a bunch of conversations with guys, and that's what, that was what their thoughts were. And I echo those. It's why stop now? Why not us? And we're going to take a few days off here, and coaches will start preparation immediately for the game. I'm excited to prepare. It's going to be anybody, all the teams that are in the playoffs are great teams, worthy, and we're happy to be one of them. And like I said, you're gonna have to win 2 to be in the national championship, and I don't see the great difference of whether it's 1, 2, 3, or 4.
Next up, we've got Connor Riley.
Hey, Jim, Connor Riley, Dog Nation. Tom Crean is your brother-in-law. Have you reached out to him at all? Have you heard from him at all about Georgia, about Kirby?
No, we have not talked since this morning about that. But I have talked to him about what he thinks of Georgia and and the football staff. I mean, he loves Georgia, loves the staff there. Nothing but ultimate respect.
Next up, we've got Isaiah Holt.
Hey, Jim, I know you often like to deflect to your players and how everything kind of goes for them and how they react to things, whether it be wins or whatever. But how were the last 24 hours? How have they been for you? What has been the last day and winning the Big Ten championship? How has that felt for you as a coach?
Felt really good. It felt great. As I said, just the way our team played. I mean, you gotta play good. There was a lot riding on the game. And it has been that way for a while now, where you have to win to move on. I mean, that's that playoff mindset that there is. So our team's been in that realm for weeks now. And how they respond to that is really good. I mean, they prepare, they get in the game, they're focused on doing their job. The thing that really stands out is they're really enjoying. I mean, I look at them and go, man, there's nowhere else these guys would rather be. They're enjoying every minute of this. And so that makes it fun. And then when you play well and win, it makes you feel even better. So it hasn't even been 24 hours. As you know, we played the game, kicked it off at 8:17 last night, and it was pretty darn late when we got back to the hotel and woke up first thing and got on the buses, went to the airport, and flew back to Ann Arbor. And guys were feeling good about it, same feelings as I had.
Next up, Mark Weiser.
Hey, Jim, Mark Weiser for the Athens Banner Herald. What led you to Mike McDonald joining your staff, and in what ways has he had the greatest impact on the defense there with you guys?
Yeah, it's pretty well documented. When I was looking to hire a defensive coordinator, back in January, reached out to a lot of football people and reached out to my brother, and he recommended Mike. And the greatest impact that he's had on our team is he's really smart, really good teacher, brings a lot of energy, brings a lot of intelligence, and great communicator. All those things. Guys love playing for him. Really, they're stimulated by all the football situations, by all the football knowledge, and just gets. I see our guys just are really into it, and it's been that way since day one.
Let's go over to Larry, AP.
Hi, Jim. How are you?
Good. And the other thing I'd say about Mike too is I think that really makes him really, really great is he is a team guy. He is all about the team, all about complementary football, all about in any situation that comes up, what's best for the team. So I would just add that.
Jim, can you reflect on the totality of the changes you made, with yourself physically, with your staff, with practices, to have all of the many changes lead to where you are today with this team in the college football playoff?
Yeah, it's been a mindset from back in January that every day matters, and only 12 are going to count. Then it was only 13 are going to count. Then 14 are going to count. And getting ourselves prepared. It's been a lot of work put in by a lot of people. I would say it's a building in Schembeckler Hall of guys just working, not worrying. They work and have a lot of fun doing it. A lot of always upbeat guys with smiles on their faces. It's a fun team to be a part of.
Next up, Michael Cohen.
Hey, Jim, certain coaching staffs are always going to have more or less chemistry than others. Why do you think the group that you put together this season has been so cohesive and so strong for you?
Just really what it just said, everybody in that building is about they're about the team. There's no other agendas other than what's best for the team. I could go right up and down the coaching staff, the players, the staff, every which way you turn. I mean, there's that mindset.
Let's go over to Ryan Curley.
Hey, Coach, I know you said you've watched some of Georgia this year, and I know you probably haven't dove into the tape too much yet, but are there any players that stick out to you that you're going to have to defend or play well against on offense?
Georgia's offense or Georgia's defense? Both, really. I mean, you could just
really, if there's any
really point. Yeah, I mean, you point to both. The linebacking core. I mean, those are some of the best linebackers I've seen just watching it as you look through the keyhole. But I mean, that jumps out at you real quick. Super impressed with the playmakers. There's quite a few guys on the roster, offense, defense. Guys that we remember recruiting and watching in high school, and now to see them as expected being great players in college. Physical, rugged team in the lines, and skilled players, smart players. You don't know the schemes, you don't know what they're trying to accomplish. We're really, when you're watching it on TV, but it jumps out to you pretty quick that there's not a lot of mental error. There's not a lot of people going the wrong way or doing things that you wouldn't want your players doing if you're a coach. All those things and are the things that first jump out at you, at me anyway.
Only got a couple minutes left here, guys. So if you have a question, please raise your hand. Let's go over to Chip Towers.
Hey, Coach. Good to meet you. And I apologize if you've answered this already. I got on late. That was at dinner when the message for this came out. But just wondering if you've ever, obviously with Joni and Tom, if you've ever physically been in Athens, Georgia, to visit them. And does Tom Crean know as much about football as he claims to?
Yes, I have physically been in Athens. Had the pleasure going to a basketball game there, staying at Tom and Joni's house, drive around campus. And yeah, Tom knows a lot about football. Certainly he knows a lot more about football than I know about basketball. And I thought I knew a lot about basketball too. He played basketball in high school, and but yeah, being around his meetings and I've sat on the bench or in the stands right behind him and watched him coach. You realize I don't know too much about basketball, not as much as he knows about football anyway.
All right, let's go over to Isaiah Holt.
Jim, I asked this of the players last week, and I think we saw it really, really in action last night. You guys have so many different players that get involved on the offensive side of the ball. With that in mind, how hard do you think your offense is to prepare against, considering just the wealth of personnel that you use in a given game?
And that's a really good question. I mean, hold on, somebody's calling me there. Am I back? Can you
Yes,
hear me?
you're good, coach. You're good, coach.
Okay. Yeah, I tell you, it's a lot of fun though. It's a lot of fun strategically to, get guys in the game, utilize their skill set. And, I think of the receivers. I mean, there's a lot of good ones, so many good ones, and they do a tremendous job catching the ball and know when their time comes, they just step up. Same with the tight ends. You really saw that in the ball game last night. Eric All makes a couple great catches. Scooney makes a couple great catches. Our backs. So in the throw game, Cade's done a great job of distributing the ball. So is JJ to playmakers. They're fun to game plan for, and Josh does a great job of doing that and calling the game. In the run game, I mean, there's so many guys getting involved. It's great to see our receivers blocking on the perimeter, our tight ends on the edges and in the perimeter, and all the different variety of things that our tight ends do in different ways that complements play action passing. The offensive line, they have a lot of fun with it too. They're super stimulated and being able to pass protect, run block, zone block, gap scheme, insert plays, perimeter sweeps, pin and pulls. Fun to watch Sharon coach that and game plan for that as well. It's from my standpoint, I would think it's somewhat challenging as a defense, with seeing different personnel groups and different schemes. I would think it would be. And you like them, hey, all those options are open. Did that answer the question?
We're good. And then last question of the evening for Coach Harbaugh, Anthony Broom.
Hey, Coach, Anthony Broom from the Wolverine. I know you don't like to compare or look at the past a ton, but when you look at the totality of the season and the process led up to it, have you ever been part of a group like this that gets by the way it does on willpower and just like a sheer refusal not to get the job done like the way they have?
Yeah, I think we've had several teams, so similar to this team. I'm at the 2015 team at Michigan, very much like this team. So was the 2016 team, 2018 team. All those. I can think of so many guys that were, just as competitive, just as determined, and to your point, I mean, to this team, I mean, to a man, it's every man, that's out there. I mean, they're fighting for each other, fighting for their team, fighting for their school. It's a great group to coach. And as I said last night, the other really cool thing, I mean, this is a squad now for years. Multiple years. Seems like 3, 4, 5, almost, or 5 years or so. I mean, they give no grief to their coach. And that's much appreciated, whether it's on the field, off the field. They are in the classroom. They're about taking care of business and doing things, really well, I don't ever have to talk them into things. I do have to pull them back at times, but they are always looking to do. And, that's, can't say enough good things, about this team, and love coaching them. Feel like I've drawn the long straw to be able to coach them.